Hello and welcome to Combat Patrol Carnage. So we're rounding out issue 1. We've got our first battle up next. So we're going to put the Tyranid Prime and the Space Marine Captain through their paces in a one-on-one battle. Don't forget, of course, Combat Patrol Carnage is proudly sponsored by warbay.shop, your one-stop supply for everything hobby. From new and used armies, which they buy and sell, to paintbrushes and even gaming tokens. They have the lot. If you're thinking of subscribing, Warbay do a fantastic deal on shipping with only a flat £4, regardless of the amount of issues you actually order at a time. Right, let's put up our dukes and go into our first battle. So here we are back with issue 1. And well, yeah, we've built our first models, as you can see here. We've read our first bits of lore, including naming our first 2 models. And now we're on to the final part of issue 1, which is our first battle. So as you can see, I've got my gaming mat and my 6 starter dice. So I'll put those off to the side, as we'll need them in just a sec. But first off, let's read through our introduction to gaming and playing. So here we have, welcome to Warhammer 40,000. The Space Marines have been called to war following garbled reports of a hideous threat. An elite force of Terminators have been dispatched to a remote outpost. However, alien technology has distorted the Terminator's teleportation transponders, stranding their captain in the lair of a terrifying Tyranid leader beast. Prime threat identified. Designation Tyranid Prime. Cleanse directive approved. Move to purge the alien with due fury. A game like no other. Warhammer 40,000 is a game of epic battles in the far future, fought between armies chosen by you. You've built your models, you've learned a little bit about their background, and now it's time to see them fight. Over the next few pages, you'll get to fight your first Warhammer 40,000 battle with a duel between a captain in Terminator armor and the winged Tyranid Prime. You learn basics of the game through this battle, seeing how units attack each other in close combat. Only the beginning. This is just the start of your journey. Over the next few issues, you'll learn the core elements of playing Warhammer 40,000, building up to a full-scale game involving entire armies with monsters, war machines, psychers, and more. So up next we got a page detailing the core concepts of the game. Warhammer 40,000 allows you to experience the awe-inspiring scale and depth of combat in the 41st millennium on your tabletop. In this guide, you'll learn some of the core concepts that underpin the game, what your units are, how to roll dice, and most importantly, how to know when a model is destroyed. Models and units. When you play Warhammer 40,000, the models in your collection are organised into units. A unit can consist of a single model, such as a leader or champion, or a group of models that have similar equipment and tactics. The Space Marine Captain in Terminator armor is a unit consisting of a single model. The Tyranid Termagants form a single unit made up of 10 models. We'll be getting these in a future issue. Dice rolls. Anything can happen in the heat of battle. To represent this in Warhammer 40,000, the outcome of many actions your models make, such as shooting and fighting, are determined by the roll of 1 or more dice. A dice roll uses 6-sided dice known as D6. Sometimes you'll need to roll more than 1 dice. For example, 2d6 means you roll 2 6-sided dice. You will often need to roll equal to or higher than a certain number. For example, 3+ means you need to roll a 3, 4, 5 or 6 to succeed. Something you may need to do is roll a d3 instead of a d6. In that case, roll on a 6-sided dice, then halve the result, rounding up as shown to the right. So a 1 or 2 equals a 1, a 3 or 4 equals a 2, and a 5 or 6 equals a 3. Destroyed models. When a model has taken damage equal to or more than its wound characteristic, it is destroyed and removed from battle. You can use the wound markers to track how much damage a model has suffered. This First Marine has received 2 wounds, so it has been destroyed. And there we see the wound markers in action. Speaking of, I've got some to cut out. Be right back. And I'm back. And I've cut out my wound markers. I've just cut out 2 corners off my spare issue 1, as I don't want to damage the full issue. But yeah, we have our wound markers. I've mounted them on a bit of thin card, so that they're a little easier to pick up, and apparently PVA glue just doesn't hold okay. But yeah, there we have our wound markers ready to be used. So next up then is our mission. Mission 1, First Strike. Mission Briefing. In this mission, you'll fight a duel between the Captain in Terminator armor and the winged Tyranid Prime. You'll use dice to determine who wins the duel and who is slain. Win or lose, your rolls will tell a thrilling story. Follow the steps on the next 2 pages. You can play this battle on your own, or have a friend make the rolls for the Tyranid Prime. Yeah, I'll be doing it on my own, sadly. But that's part of the fun, I guess. How to win. The battle ends immediately when one model is slain. Both the Tyranid Prime and Captain in Terminator armor models have a wounds characteristic of 6. This means they are slain and removed from the table after they have lost 6 or more wounds. Keep playing until one model has been slain, at which point turn to the final page. Forging a narrative. Your roles represent the actions made by your models. So to deepen your immersion, try to imagine what's happening as they fight. Did your Captain in Terminator armor simply miss an attack, or was it parried by a slashing claw? Did he merely deflect a blow, or did he dodge out of the way at the key moment? So yeah, nice little bit to help inspire you. So next up, we've got a breakdown of a turn for both the Tyranid Prime and the Captain. So the battle. Follow the sequence below in order. Take it in turns to make attacks with the Tyranid Prime, then the Captain and Terminator armor, until one has been slain. Tyranid turn. The winged Tyranid Prime's attacks are broken into 3 stages: hit rolls, wound rolls, and save rolls. You can see which number you need to roll on the dice at the top of each stage. If at any point you fail all of your rolls, go to the Space Marine turn and skip the latter stages. So, to hit rolls, the Tyranid Prime is a ferocious combatant. When it attacks, it can slash at enemies 6 times. With its talons, rolling 6 dice, you need scores of 2 or more to score a hit, as it's a pretty good deadly creature. Then to wound, we match up the strength of the Prime's talons, which are 6, against the Captain's toughness of 5. It's higher, so we need a 3 to wound, or 3 or higher to wound. So each dice that you rolled a hit, you roll again to see if you score a wound. So 1 or 2s are fails. And then saving throw. When an enemy successfully wounds one of your models, you have a chance to save it. This is called a saved roll. Against the razor talons of the winged Prime, the Captain saves on a 3 or more. So if you fail any saves, place damage equal to the weapon's damage. In this case, the damage characteristic of the talons is 2. So if the Captain fails a save, he'll take 2 wounds, putting 2 tokens next to him. And then we repeat the same for the Captain. So again, he hits on the 2s as he's an experienced commander. He will only wound on 4s as the Tyranid Prime is a little bit tougher than he is. He has a better chance of piercing the armor, so the Tyranid Prime can only ever save on a 6. So the winged Tyranid Prime's talons are deadly. Will they be enough to destroy your Captain? The battle continues. After you've completed this sequence, it is if at any point you fail all your hit or wound rolls, or if all your attacks are saved, move back to the previous page and start the turn again. When a model has suffered enough wounds to be slain and removed from the board, end the battle and turn the page. So we'll save that for the moment. and we'll set up our battlefield with our models. So here we have our battlefield all set up. We have our Winged Prime and our Terminator Captain ready to do battle. And as the book states, we'll start with the Winged Tyranid Prime. So we'll get our 6 dice, roll them, and we need 2s. So only 1 fail. Next up, we need 3s or more, so we'll roll our successes. Ouch, all of them have succeeded. So that means our Space Marine Captain rolls all 5 of these, and he needs a 3 or better. That's pretty good. He's only failed 1. So he suffers 2 wounds. Next up, it's our Terminator Captain's time to strike. So again, he hits on 2s or more. Apparently he's not as good as the Tyranid Prime. He has missed twice. Still 4 hits. Now he only wounds on a 4 or more. Not too bad. 2 have gone through. That means our Tyranid Prime has to save, and he only saves on 6s. And not a surprise, he has failed both. So he now takes 4 wounds. As each fail is 2 damage, so pretty cool. Back to the Winged Tyranid Prime then. He needs to make all these attacks count. And all but 1. Followed up by 3s. 4. And now our Captain saves on a 3 or more. He has saved all of them. Phew, that was lucky. Speaking of our Space Marine Captain, time for him to strike back. Can he give the killing blow? He's failed 2 hits, but has made it through with 4. Now he needs to get those all-important wounds. He just needs 1. Can we get 1 4 plus? We can. We got a 5 there. But can Tyranid Prime save it? No, he can't. That's the last 2 wounds. And our Tyranid Prime has been slain. Roar! So that's our first game of Warhammer 40,000. Shall we do it again? I think so. Best 2 out of 3. Round 2. This time we'll let the Space Marine Captain go first. So he rolls and hits on 2s. That's everything. He wounds only on 4s. That's not too bad, that's half. And the Tyranid Prime only saves on 6s. Nothing, so that's the Tyranid Prime dead in 1 swing. And that's the best 2 out of 3 for the Space Marine Captain. That was really quick. Did not expect it to be over so soon. But yeah, there we have it. That is our first game. So we can move over to the back page. So with the Space Marine Captain having victory, we can move to the back page. And there's my bit of paper. We'll hide to the Tyranids side. As the Tyranids didn't win, we don't want to spoil anything. So we read the Space Marine victory. With a brutal blow, the Captain slices the Winged Tyranid Prime in 2. He voxes his position to his troops, checks his ammo, and prepares to fight. He has fought Tyranids before and knows this victory is only temporary. The beast he has fought is only an appendage of the wider hive mind. However, he is ready and will kill as many Tyranids as it takes to secure victory. Multiple Tyranid life forms detected. Incoming on all fronts. Ready your weapons and remember your battle drills. It is time to teach this filth of the Emperor's wrath. So that's it for issue 1. What's up next? Well, issue 2 brings us our first new Tyranid models in the form of the Von Ryan's Leapers. So we get 3 of these vicious little beasties. We unleash a swarm so we'd learn more about the Tyranids and some of their different organisms. with discovering the deadly Tyranids, and to learn how to fight in units. So we've only fought single models, we now have a unit of models to fight. In issue 3, we get our 5 Infernus Marines, so we get to burn our foes, we explore more about the Space Marines, and we learn to move and shoot. We also get our first set of Battlefield Essential cards, so as we've read in the introduction pamphlet, these include pieces of terrain alongside rules and reference sheets for how to play the games. So pretty handy. Right, that's it for issue 1. So, big thank you to, of course, warbay.shop for sponsoring the series, and a very big thank you for watching this series, and I hope you'll join me for issue 2. So, I'll see you next time on Combat Patrol Carnage. Goodbye.